Hello there, Sagittarius. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Sagittarius for August of 2019. 8 months of the year are gone already. For all of us that are new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for the overall view of the month, and we'll pull Angel card at the end of this reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath. I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. So I guess all of us Sages get named Frankie for the time of this reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't think the cards will go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out like a theme throughout the month. Now, I have a short message for us, and it's pretty strong. It's like, stand up, and there's something that we need to state, something that we have an opinion on. And whatever that something is, we're all different Sages. When we speak, this is coming down the pike. I mean, we will speak in no uncertain terms and state what we think. And if we can't make the influence or make the impact because of what we said, I think we're going to go gather up others and get them on our side, because it's like really forceful, very strong coming out, something that's been bothering us. And when we do it, we are going to state it, and it's a little crazy because our words are good. They are sisterhood, brotherhood, understanding, inspiration, birth, and simplicity. And I like, we have a lot of air energy in here, and we're fire. So there's a lot of swords energy going on here. Our first one here is the little Page of Swords. Male or female, it'll be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius type energy. It can be someone who's younger than us, but you know, doesn't necessarily have to be. Let me put it that way. We have a couple people energies in here, and it's difficult to discern, whether they're going to be people in our lives, or like general situations in our lives. But this Page of Swords energy is he's the dude. That's what I always want to think about him. Look at his face. He's like, I think I have the glare off there for you. He's like confident, he's cocky, he knows his stuff, he struts his stuff. In a manner of speaking, he's like the Queen of Swords energy. He's that, but he's the annoying one, Sag? The annoying one that's asking you why, what, who, like the little kid, the baby that always you say, don't do that, why? Don't do that, why? Because I said, don't do it, why? Always asking questions to the point where they become like annoying type energy. But if he is, he's overconfident. Note, he is face forward with that sword held up. Because if anyone comes up behind him, he'll know it and he'll take them down. So he's a little bit of troublesome energy because he can bring some news of problems, difficulties, maybe relating to someone that's younger than us, like a kid that could have failed their exams at school. They could be in trouble with the law for something like that. It's that type of energy. When the Page of Swords energy comes up, there's like an element of experimentation, and either us, it can be us, or someone else taking a risk that or behaving is how I want to say it, taking a risk or behaving in a manner that might cause problems in some way. And that may be why we're doing that being very forthright. I mean, it's not that we Sagittarius don't have an opinion. You ask us, you're getting it, you know, but this is a little bit, the energetics of what I said was a little forceful, you know, so, you know, or the behaving in a manner that could cause us some kind of problem. Uh, the Page of Swords is like motivated by unconventional activity. Motivated by unconventional activity that can cause strife, you know, cause us strife, aggravation, you know, whatever. Obviously, it's not going to simplify our lives, you know. If we want to think about it in that, you know, our words here, simplify it, it could be us, you know, just I'm going to do something and I'm doing it no matter at all costs. And it could be that little opinion thing. I'm doing it, I'm saying what I think. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm saying what I think. You know, because right under it is the Ace of Rods here. And that's birth, our word birth. Somebody, you know, maybe pregnancy, birth of new ideas, you know, new jobs, things along that type of line is right underneath that. So I'm thinking maybe we need to stand up or say whatever we're thinking with opinion with this swords energy. Doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, a younger person, but that energetics of cocky and I know it all type deal, you know, that maybe cause for us, we get that opinion so strongly, we get together with others, our sisterhood, brotherhood, that thing there, to get understanding and inspiration on how to move forward in that particular type of circumstance, you know. It's a forceful energy, but it is not mature, you know. It's not mature, it's almost silly in its action, you know, or the case that it's stating. So I'm wondering what we're going to do with that opinion thing, because he's that annoying, like the fly, you know, when they're doing the question part, because they're like the Queen of Swords, the facts and the facts only, but annoyingly. So instead of just this is appropriate, it's I don't want the emotion of it, I want the facts, you know, tell me exactly what's going on. This kid just wants to know, because it also, yeah, you know, that just flashed in my head. It means do not gossip to me. And they just flashed that across my little screen here. Do not gossip. Do not get involved in gossip, you know, like workplace gossip, things like that. Because with that Page of Swords energy, it's that type that somebody asks me, right, an opinion. You know, they say, what's your opinion? And I say, I don't have any. And they've told me their opinion about something. Then they proceed to tell everybody at work, well, Sag told me this, and it was what they said to you, and you didn't even respond. It's that energy because of this one, even more so coming up. This is a Seven of Swords energy. I told you we have a lot of air in this reading here. And when this shows up, it's a statement for caution in all of our dealings. Caution in all of our dealings are called for. Period, Fort Pitt. It's like roundabout action, indirect communication. Comes with this card. They call it the card of the thief. Supposedly, this guy walks into the camp in broad daylight, right, and steals 5 swords, and everyone saw him do it. He left 2, but he's the white elephant in the middle of the living room, which is intriguing with that Page of Swords energy coming right smack before it, you know. It can be someone stealing like our intellectual property. It could be that they're saying that we said that which they said, or saying we agreed with it and we never said a word about it. it means nothing is quite as it seems to be, and we have to use like our brain, our wit, to achieve whatever it is that we're aiming at. It's a warning card, a warning about being overconfident, even if we appear to have like the upper spot now or the top spot. It still means that the lack of proper prudence could do us in. So it's a thing, I think they're trying to get our attention this month with that, original message there. So it means we have the upper hand in over a tricky situation, but we still have to exercise caution in all of our affairs. It's kind of a time when we can begin, because we have the word birth here. Yeah, we have the word birth here, so we can begin new attempts to overcome like previous failures or obstacles that were in our path, but we can't go at it like the bull in the china shop thing. It's discretion, discrimination are absolutely required when we get this card, and so are diplomacy and evasive action, and that's not something we Sages like. We may not like it, but it's the approach that will achieve the highest success. And it also is a card that said you can get good advice sometimes with this card also. So it would be a card of inspiration and understanding too. But I call it the card of, like you're trying to do that avoiding thing. So you go in the back door, to get what it is that you need or require, and from there on in, once you do it, because you use that tact and diplomacy and discrimination and discretion around everything that you're doing, you actually can come into the front door from then on. So you get that what you want, but it's the roundabout way of doing it, because we Sages, I don't know about you Sages out there, but this Sag has never learned tact. I'm still a work in progress at my age, so that should tell you something right there, because it's tough for us when someone asks us, what do you think? We give it to them, so if they didn't, we always think, if you didn't want it, why in the world did you ask? And and we're going to give them our opinion in no uncertain terms, because our next card here is the Nine of Swords. Look at this. I mean, all this air energy flying around like crazy here, and I'm thinking, and more fire, and air feeds fire. When I looked down at these cards after I laid them, I thought, oh boy, this is going to be a fun ride for us. Nine of Swords is a card that is like anxiety and tension and unhappiness, regrets over past mistakes or past misfortune. It's those thoughts that keep you up in the middle of the night. It's an unhappy, tense situation, and based on looking at this Page of Swords and then Seven of Swords energy, and now this one, it's like, whoa. But and we're tense and worried whether the facts bear it out or not. Sometimes there are facts, that bear it out, but the fear is based on, is usually is what they want me to say. Usually the fear is not based on reality. It's like whatever you fear the most never comes. So to me, the card is the tiger's at the door, and we open it up and it's the pussycat. It can mean that your mind's troubled by bad dreams and thinking the horror fantasies, like what if the worst happened, oh my God, that type of energy. You may not even know where it's coming from, but it keeps you up at night. And sometimes it's really deep-rooted things that we're worrying about that come to the surface because we need to look them over, um, so that we recognize them and get them resolved for our own self, but it's not the way I feel totally about this card is 9 is the number of completion, right? There's still some dust bunnies, right, in the corner and underneath the counter or whatever, but we've went through the worst of it. It's already done, already passed, Now, look at this card. She's tied up in these loose cloths, right? And she has a covering over her whole face. She's masked. But in this card, it covers her eyes, her ears, her nose, and her mouth. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, that kind of thing. So she can't even speak. So if there's something I've been holding back or holding on to that needs to be said this month, shake those ties off. There's 9 swords around me. I can cut the blindfold off with the 9, one of the 9 swords, and I got 9 to do it with. Because the premise of the card is she's tied loosely. It's her that's covering and not speaking, so we're being required. It's telling us whatever it is that we fear, if it's however painful it is, right, or whatever caused it or how bad it is, just remember it's over. This is the end of it. Time of completion. Open up the door, sweep the rest of the crap, right, out on the stoop and let the wind blow it away. Take off the blindfold, go for it. What's the 8 of Swords? Take off the blindfold. Make the change that you require, So don't be afraid of it, because it's a lot of air energy, and I don't want to be afraid of it for the simple reason when you see our next cards here, this is like excitement plus to me, Frankie, I've been looking at these and I was thinking, oh my God, we have these, the way the cards are set up. I know that Page of Swords, the Page of Swords, the 7 of Swords, then the 9 of Swords, and I'm like, oh no, but the Ace of Wands, right, is underneath it, and that, state your opinion, and we're going to say what we think in no uncertain terms, right? Look out, Hannah, but, that's what I keep thinking, but, look, now we have the 10. 9 is kick the rest of the butt. It's over now. Now we got a 10, and it's the Wheel of Fortune, and that means we have, whatever that opinion is, we have, usually I just say it without the opinion, but that was our original message. We have, things have been put, when you get the Wheel of Fortune card, things have been put into motion that now are totally unstoppable, and they will go their course, right? No matter what we do. So we've done something like quit a job, made travel reservations. I'm giving you examples. Ended a relationship, opt out of a friendship, or another situation where like, the hell with this, I'm Sag, I'm moving on. So by doing this, right, we set destiny in motion, and once we do it, the only thing we can do is accept it and go with the flow. So it's exciting, because then comes other, then there's unexpected turns of events that happen because of what we did or what we triggered, right? Like we'll meet somebody, maybe meet people while we're away on a journey, or that they will, meet people while we're away. I'm trying to think of examples. Meet people while we're away on a journey that just pop in there, or we get made some type of an offer of some sort, brand new opportunity, inspiration, um, inspiration, new, we're somewhere where we weren't even planning on going because of what? That opinion that we voiced, maybe quit the job. And then out of the clear blue sky, we're going some other place and someone tells us about an opening that, we can make really good money at, and we're off and running on that. But it's the precursor to really good fortune. So we think about all, we're, okay, we're thinking about all this crazy, like sword energy going on, and then this pops up in the middle of it, and I'm like, wow, how do we do that? We went through the 9, worrying ourselves to death, and now here's 10. That's number 1. That's our word, birth, inspiration, simplifying things, good fortune coming our way. All of those things are rolled right up into this one card. Because the next card here that's coming is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is earth energy. More good fortune, more good advice. She has her pentacle right in front of her, kind of like opulence. It's Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, male or female energy. It's someone who understands money. Uh, it could be us being called forth to take on the Queen of Pentacles type energy. It can be a person in our life that would give us wise advice because she understands money. She respects money, right? But she respects it as a tool that she doesn't worship it like money is God. That kind of energy. It's a generous person. If it is a person in our life with like a excellent manager of money, a good advisor, they would favor us, right? If they were if they were in our life, and if they didn't favor us, let's say, they'd be fair, you know. They can be. She's practical. She practical, round, well grounded. Wants to see any money that they're distributing, like produce a tangible result. So if it was someone that was going to give us something, bank loan officer, things like that, she they'd want the game plan, right? But they would give it to us. So it's good fortune. Once again, if it wasn't, I'm trying to think of situations. If she's not a person, situations, it would be um, the harvest after much labor, if that makes any sense to you. A security acquisition of like wisdom through experience, prudent use of wealth, prudent use of our monies. And we have this Wheel of Fortune energy here also at the same time. So if we were being denied for something over and over again, this is our, approval or whatever. And because of the Wheel of Fortune, we set that destiny into motion. Once we did it, we get the Wheel of Fortune. We get, the good news, the fortunate news, the movement forward, the understanding and inspiration, and fresh starts, new beginnings, things like that. Or it could be our new boss, bank loan officer. If this was a work related energy and someone was with this 7 of Swords trying to take our job or our position, and we did that little oblique approach thing, and we got, the upper hand somehow because we paid attention. We didn't let things slide by. It just wasn't going to be what we did. The Queen of Pentacles is astute about finances and earth plane resources. They get what they want, and they give what they need to give. You know? Wait a minute here, I got our angel card and I haven't looked at it yet. Get what they want and they give what they need to give to those that they feel they should give it to. Our angel card. Whoa, Sag, you really can't make these up. Our card is Innocence. Oh my. It says, we got that Seven of Swords energy in that Page of Swords. Wow. It says, Beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten the load. Give us any guilt. Give us any guilt. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook and enjoy peace within your heart once more. Wow. We go through all this crazy air energy, and then we get that in the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Pentacles. My goodness. What are we up to this month? It says this card comes as a reassurance that the situation and the people involved are guiltless. If you have been harboring guilt, release it to the angels. That's the energy of this little Page of Swords energy there. All of the emotions, all the emotions, guilt has the lowest vibration, so it attracts negativity. If you're judging others' guilt, this card reminds you to see the godliness within them and to heal the situation. You don't necessarily have to continue a relationship with anyone you distrust. However, it's necessary to purge toxic thoughts and emotions for your own well-being. The angels ask you to consider any misunderstandings or innocent mistakes. See the other's point of view. Forgive yourself. Release regrets. An argument you have may be based on a misunderstanding. Honor the inner child within yourself and others and look past the surface illusion. See the underlying spiritual truths of perfection and divine order and the Wheel of Fortune, and don't lay awake at night worrying it. Well, Sag, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell y'all, all of you, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, all the information's down below the screen in the About section, or if you want to set an appointment with me, the information to be able to do that is over at the website in the About section. The prayer class and suture class are over there. There's 2 short videos that explain them for you. The prayer class is 2.5 hours long, and it's really comprehensive. Tells you how to and why you do it the way you do it. The sutras are simple thought forms you put in a meditation. 5 minutes a day is all it takes. It enhances the clear perceptions dramatically, and I'm not kidding about that. And to everybody I've met through 3 whole years of doing these YouTube videos, and to everybody I've met through 31 years of doing this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure, and I'll see you back here hopefully next month. Bye-bye.